All right. Okay, so how many of you guys like astronauts?
Me.
You like astronauts?
Me.
All right.
Me too.
You too? All right, awesome.
Me too.
Well, you know what? One of my favorite characters is Pete the cat. Do you guys like Pete?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's going to go out of this world. Whoa, should we go out of this world with him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see where he's going. I wonder where he's going to go. There we go. Can you guys all see it?
Yeah.
All right. It's a great day. Pete the cat is going to space camp. Would you guys like to go to space camp?
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. Yeah. Pete meets his bunkmate Glenn. As they unpack, there is an announcement. Welcome, space campers. Please head to the classroom. Your mission begins now. Oh, sure, let's get our suits on, says Pete. So Pete and Glenn put on their uniforms and they race to the classroom. There are so many cool things to do and super neat stuff to see. Astronaut Tom and Chris, they talk about the trips they've taken, and they're giving a sneak peek of a future space trip. Ooh, wouldn't it be totally rad if we could go to space, says Pete? Do you guys want to go to space? All right, let's get ready. Oh, look at our campers find out what it feels like to be an astronaut. They go in zero gravity chamber. Look at that. They go in there and then they can... Yeah. And that's a rover. They get to ride in a rover.
And rockets.
Yep, and they made their rockets. And look at Pete's went the farthest. Wow, way to go, Pete. Would you guys like to make one of those? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Next up is Mission Control. We have some exciting news, says Tom. Our next flight leaves today. We're going to the moon, and we have room for more. Pete, do you want to go? Asked Sally. That would be awesome, says Pete. Time to buckle up and settle into the space castle. Can you guys put your hand up like this? And we're going to count backwards, okay? So how many fingers do we have up now?
5.
5. So let's go. 5.
Put
Put one away. 4. Put another one away. 3. Put another one away. 2. And another one. 1. And let's clap. Blast off. There we go. Look at our rocket engines. There they go into outer space. Their ship speeds through space. They pass the satellite and even spot a comet. Can you guys find the satellite?
Mommy. Right there.
Yeah, right there. Do you know where the comet is? Can you show us? You show us where the comet is. That's the satellite. Here's the comet. He's got a long tail behind him, doesn't he? Yeah. Pretty cool. Tom and Sally have a rockin' surprise for Pete. Look, they brought his guitar along. Whoa! He plays a groovy interstellar song for them, and Mission Control can hear it too. Look at that. In no time at all, they arrive on the moon. They are ready to explore. The astronauts collect rocks and they map out the moon's surface. Oh, he's picking up a rock. Pete has a very important job to do. He straps on a jetpack and he heads towards Mars. Would you guys want to go to Mars? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to check it out, huh? He takes tons of pictures. Oh no, Pete lost track of time. And the moon is far, far away. He has to make it back to the ship before it blasts off.
22.
Do you think he'll make it back? Maybe, huh? Whew! Pete made it back in the nick of time. The astronauts head home, and there's time for a few more tunes. Pete sure knows how to make an entrance. There we go, see him landing? Pete's trip to outer space was out of this world. Still, he's psyched to have his feet back on solid ground. Rocket, rocket on, Pete. There, he made it back. Can we count the astronauts? You help me count them. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Where's Pete at? In the middle. Very good. He's in the middle. Sure. Hey, can you guys stand up? Let's stand up and we're going to get ready to climb aboard a spaceship, okay? You guys ready? All right. You guys stand up. We're going to climb in. Okay, so let's climb aboard our spaceship. Okay? We're going to the moon. All right? Hurry, get ready. Hurry, get ready. We're going to blast off soon. All right? Get your helmets on. Get buckled in. Got it? Now we have to do a countdown. Can you put up 10 fingers? All right. So let's count backwards again, okay? So we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Did you guys make it to the moon?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. You guys did a great job doing that. You want to have a seat, and we're going to read a story about Peppa in space.
I like a fish.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Look at how shiny her back is on her block. Isn't that cool?
It also has her name on it.
It does. Do you see her name?
Yeah.
It's Peppa in space. All right. Should we
At the
go?
beach.
Yeah. Should we go into space with her?
Yeah.
Should we? Okay. Let's try. It's a sunny day. Peppa is playing with her bouncy ball outside. George and his friend Edmund Elephant are playing with their space toys. They are pretending that they are on the moon. Look at that, they have space uniforms on, don't they? Yeah, cool. Mommy and Daddy Pig have an idea. There's a show at the museum about the moon and space. They all go to see it. But Peppa is nervous. She doesn't want to go to the moon. Will we really have to go to the moon? Peppa asked. No, Peppa, Daddy Pig says. We are not going to the moon. We are going to the museum. Here's the museum. Mrs. Rabbit gives Mummy Pig 5 tickets. Enjoy your trip to the moon, Mrs. Rabbit says. Peppa is confused. She thought they were only going to the museum, not the moon.
Just the museum.
Just the museum, yes. Then Mr. Rabbit, he leads Peppa and her family into a rocket ship. Peppa thinks it looks real. Mr. Rabbit even puts on a helmet like a real astronaut. But Mr. Rabbit reminds her that this is only pretend. Okay, they're only pretending, I think. Uh-oh, we gotta put our hand back up. We're gonna count backwards from 5. So ready? We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! On the first stop of the tour, Mr. Rabbit explains that there are 8 planets that go around the sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Peppa and everyone she knows lives on Earth. Do you guys live on Earth?
Mm-hmm.
We do, don't we? Yep, we live on Earth. Some planets are made of rock, some planets are made of ice, and some planets are made of gas. Would you like to live on an icy planet?
Yes.
Would you, where it's cold and icy all the time?
No.
Would you? No, that'd be cold, wouldn't it? Yeah. Next stop on the tour is the big room with a moon. If this was a real moon, you could jump over my head, Mr. Rabbit says. Gravity is what keeps us on the ground, explains Mr. Rabbit. It is weaker on the moon as you jump higher. Peppa is impressed. Look at that.
We watched that movie.
Did you watch this movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Peppa's pretty fun to watch, isn't she? Mr. Rabbit straps everyone into an anti-gravity rubber bands. Then they bounce high into the air as if they were on the moon. It is a lot of fun. Say, moon cheese, Mrs. Rabbit says as she snaps a photo. Can you guys say moon cheese? Moon cheese. All right. Would that be fun? Jumping on those bungee cords like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Peppa is the highest.
She is, isn't she?
But the daddy is the biggest.
Yep, he is the biggest. You're very smart. Yes, very good.
And the mom is the biggest. And the
Yeah.
little one, the littlest one is the lowest.
Yep, that's right. Right there. George is the smallest and the lowest, isn't he? Yep. Mm-hmm. The tour is over, but Peppa still has many questions. Are there trees on the moon? She asked. Do you guys think there's trees on the moon? No, there's not, is there? No, Mr. Rabbit answers. Are there any cars on the moon? No, there's not. Are there any moon shops on there? Yeah, no stores on the moon, is there? No. That would just be silly, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But what if there was a store and the dots were those stores?
I wonder. That'd be fun to go into, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, look at this. The museum has a store. Peppa and her family and Edmund enter the museum shop. Welcome to the moon shop, says Mrs. Rabbit. Do you guys see any toys you would like? Yeah?
I would like plates.
The plates?
I would like food from
Plates?
this store. I like food from this store. Actually, I like moose clothes.
Clothes, yes. How about that little spaceship here? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Yeah. look
Or
at
that robot.
Yeah, robot. Yeah, the robot would be super cool. That would be awesome. Yeah. The moon shop sells many things. Daddy Pig buys a piece of moon cheese. The moon is very tasty, he says. But the moon is not really made of cheese. It is made of rocks. Mrs. Rabbit holds out a photo. Here's a photo of piggies on the moon with an elephant, she says. Oh, they got their picture back already. Everyone giggles. They like the picture. Peppa, George, Edmund, Mommy Pig, and Daddy Pig have all had a fun day at the museum and in space. Would you guys like to go to that museum?
Now movie.
We're not having a movie today. You know what we're going to do? We are going to make an astronaut.
That guy.
Yeah, we're going to make this guy. And his body, do you know what letter his body is?
A.
A, that's right. See, it's an A. So we're going to use the legs of our A for his boots. And we have to glue some arms on and some mittens.
And
His
you can
helmet.
color the flag.
And his face. You can color a flag on there if you want. And I also have some stars you can put on there, okay? All right. So if you guys would like to go to a